Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call on Yahweh, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakakudash. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakakudash. And also I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who season truth and sincerity and also who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect that scattered four corners of the earth, which are you so-called Negroes, Latino Hispanics, and Native American Indians, the true Israelites and the elect nation of Israel that the Lord is dealing with, okay, and no other nation. So this particular topic I want to get into is, just, exercising brotherly love, because things is going to be really hard and tight, because we're seeing that these prophecies are coming to pass, and hopefully this year we will see majority or all of them, be fulfilled. Okay, but that doesn't mean we should also slack on the commandments that we're supposed to do. Because we're supposed to look out for the sheep. Like I said, tend my sheep. We're the shepherds, so we got to guide each other. You got to guide the flock and lead them to salvation and not to slaughter. So like I said, you can give charity. Freely receive, freely give, and you can also you can edify a brother, make him grow in the spirit. You can help a brother financially if he don't got it. These are things that you're supposed to do. All right. I'm not gonna make it a too long lesson, but this is also something that actually, it is very, very beneficial to you. Okay. So the first book I want to grab is 1 Timothy chapter 1 and 5. Okay. And it says, now the end of the commandment is charity out of a pure heart and of a good conscience and good faith. All right, so let's read that again. It says, now at the end of my commandments is charity out of a pure heart. All right, so make sure you're sincere, okay? And charity is something that's given willingly and freely. Like you said, when you see people donating to charity or to a cause, they go to someone that they like. All right. And out of a good conscience and a faithful and of faith unfringed. So make sure you're sincere, man. All right. So like I said, end of the commandment. So I'm gonna grab another one, because now you gotta actually have discernment when you actually do these things. So we about to get into the book of Sirach chapter 12. All right, because you can always exercise charity, alms, to that nature, but make sure you're doing it righteously. All right, so this is the book of Sirach chapter 12, and I'm gonna start at the second verse. And it says, do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. And if not from him, get from the Most High. All right, so like I said, when you give to a godly man, so like I said, you have to have discernment. You just can't give your money, just to any old body, because you don't know where that will lead them in the future. You might give somebody, $10 just because you think they might get food, but they might get drugs, and they might OD on drugs. So, look what their end led them to. So that's why you have to have discernment on what you do. Make sure, like I said, it says the godly man. You just can't give it to, any Eddie Edom, Verse 3, and it says, there can no good come of him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. See, like I said earlier, that's a commandment. If you can't be a good man but don't exercise charity or alms, And what's the word I want to look for? when I looked up the word alms, it means to exercise charity. All right, so this is things that you got to do, and this is a commandment. First and foremost. All right, verse 4, it says, "Give to the godly man and help not the sinner." Like I said, you also got to know who you're. Like I say, make sure you give it to your brothers. The sincere brothers. When you fellowship amongst, that's the true family. And it says, "Help not the sinner," because if you was to like I said, you might give it somebody that you might give $20 to somebody that want to go buy some weed or want to go get some ecstasy or any type of drug, or like I said, you got to think what end with that, what you helping them out, what will that lead them to do? All right, so like I said, let the Most High, like I said, I don't think I explained it actually. Let me go back to the second verse of Sirach 12, because it was another point that I wanted to make. So Salaki, I'm out of order. So I'm going to read this again. This is Sirach chapter 12, verse 2. It says, "Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. And if not from him, get from the Most High." So like I said, you might do good for the godly man, but don't always just expect him to give you something back. That if not him, let the Lord. So like I said, the Lord might bless you with more shackles. The Lord might bless you, in other ways to see fit or benefit you. Okay? And like I said, charity is a very powerful thing to exercise, because you're helping the next brother. All right? So another good scripture I want to grab is 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Shalakia. All right. And it reads, gotta highlight this one too. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and 13. And it says, "And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity." So like I said, man, and we are known to be faith-based Israelites, but it's beautiful that you can see that, don't look at the commandments as one is I'm not gonna say that. Never mind, Salakia. It's just